It's just that there is this resistance. The resistance will dress itself in whatever your weakness is, and it will come at you, man. It wants you to stop working. It wants you to be inactive. It wants you to stop. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. My wife's doing great. We're out here in the mountains in Lebanon. Clearly, obviously, there's a lot going on. There's a war happening right now, but hopefully that passes soon. And sending good vibes and love to everybody who's impacted by this in any shape or form. I wanted to pop in here today and talk about some of the stuff that I've been working on, both songs and also just in my internal thoughts and the way I'm approaching certain things in this current phase. I have this, and every musician or artist or any creative of any form will probably relate to what I'm saying, what I'm about to say, which is like you just feel like this nudge, this calling, this tug towards something. And obviously with me it's music. Music is the main thing, and within that there's like a calling to do specific things, and for me it changes. I'm really into a lot of things, and if you've been listening to my music for a while, I'm sure you can get a sense of that. So I've been spending a lot of time working on a lot of music, and I haven't released songs in, I would say, maybe since October. I did release something earlier this year. It was a cover. I never ever stop writing. If anything, I'll take maybe a few days of a break just to kind of maybe reflect and listen back to what I've been working on, and then go from there. But I've been working a lot. I've been writing a lot. And I go through these phases, I go through these patches. Sometimes I'm writing more darker stuff. Sometimes I'm writing, nowadays, I'm writing something with a bit more, uplifting vibes to it. And one of the things that is a constant for me, whether I'm writing this type or that type, is there's this obsession that I think has been instilled in me through the music industry and just advice and unsolicited opinions. I think it's developed this sensitivity towards where does what I'm working on sit in the music industry? Does it work with what I've done before? Is it where I want to head towards? And there's all these like fundamental and very important decisions that I assume that I have to make while I'm being creative, and this creates a resistance. This creates this friction and tension, and I just want to get up and leave. I don't even want to finish what I'm doing because it gets exhausting. And I don't know if you guys relate to this in what you do, but with me, I've had to learn to just tell myself, if I'm getting inspired to create it, I should probably create it. Life, God, the universe is sending me an inspiration to tell this specific story in this specific genre or style or way, and I should just go with it. It popped into my head recently, genre-less exploration, and that is so liberating for me because I love rock and indie and I have heavy metal roots, indie and rock and acoustic and folky stuff and cinematics and also electronic music. And over the last year or so, I've been going deeper and deeper into electronic music, and I've been performing very much as an indie EDM guy, and I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. So when I'm writing stuff, I immediately start to think, is this a BPM that Diplo would use or Martin Garrix would use? I obsessively go and start looking up what BPMs they use. But then it comes to a point where it gets obsessive, and I've definitely been obsessive about what genre am I? And I'm trying to put myself in a box. And this has been a theme in my life for a long time. Trying to define who I am because I don't want to confuse the audience, and I don't know where it stems from. I don't know if it stems from feeling like I feel bad that I've abandoned people who have liked my darker stuff. So there's a sense of guilt that I've abandoned those people, and then I did indie stuff, and I feel like I've abandoned those people too. There's a lot of baggage because I've been spending way less time on the internet. I mean, not the internet, but social media. Way less time worrying about what people think, and I'm just following through, trying. And I think the main thing for me is I'm getting myself to a point where I know that I have to sit within a specific kind of sphere as an artist. I can't just like release a death metal song and then do hip hop the next one and then do like house music. There has to be a thread, and I think the thread for me is already there. I'm searching for what I already know. I'm searching for what I've already found. It's just that there is this resistance. The resistance will dress itself in whatever your weakness is, and it will come at you, man. It wants you to stop working. It wants you to be inactive. It wants you to stop. And I think that's what it is. The resistance is dressing itself in the voices of maybe comments or advice or opinions from the music industry. I respect people who work in the music industry. It's all good. But I also know that they don't really know anything. If I go up and ask like a successful artist, a really, really successful artist, how did you do it? What did you do? Whatever answer they give me is probably not the actual truth. Not that they're lying. It's just because they don't know. There is an element of alignment and timing and just kind of perseverance that gets you to a place. And I'm a big believer in that. Big believer in that. And that's been one of the main threads that connects all of the songs that exist across slightly different genres. I think these voices and the resistance and those things that make me doubt decisions as I go is par for the course. I don't think I'm gonna defeat them once and for all. They're always gonna come back knocking and dressed as a new thing and trying to be sneaky. And whenever I come here and sit at this desk to work, so many times, if not all the time, there is this there's like a thing that wants me not to do it, the resistance. I read this book recently, let me try and find it, which really helped me kind of find the name and calling it The Resistance. I'll look it up now and I'll tell you what it is. The War of Art by Steven Pressfield. Incredible book. It just really talks about just get to work. Don't worry about motivation, don't worry about the voices in your head, don't worry about the resistance, because the resistance is this force that's trying to get you to stop. And sometimes it succeeds, and it's okay. Sometimes we need to rest. Sometimes we need to take a moment, You can pop in and see the updates from the studio, from the songs on the Hummingbird tapes. I'm really proud of them. They're super cinematic, but a little check-in. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well. I'm enjoying the adventure and figuring everything out. I hope everything turns out okay with with the situation that's happening in the Middle East. I hope you're safe. I hope you're well. Hopefully new music soon. So yeah, much love. I will see you soon.